The Arrogance of the King and the Patience of the Potter. Once upon a time, in a small kingdom, there lived a king who was very arrogant. He was extremely proud of his power and wealth. He often looked down upon his subjects and used force to get his way. In the same kingdom, there lived a potter who was very honest and hardworking. He made beautiful clay pots and sold them to make a living. He was calm and patient by nature and never got into arguments with anyone. One day the king said to his ministers, "There is no one in my kingdom who is greater or more powerful than me." One minister, mustering up his courage, said, "Your Majesty, there is a potter in your kingdom who is so skilled at his work that his art is praised far and wide. People say that he breathes life into clay with his art." The king became very angry upon hearing this. He felt that a simple potter's work should not be praised in his presence. He immediately ordered his soldiers to bring the potter to the court. When the potter arrived, the king arrogantly asked him, "Are you truly such a great artist that your work is praised in front of me?" The potter humbly bowed his head and said, "Your Majesty, I am just a simple potter. I make clay pots and sell them to earn my living." The king mocked his humility and said, "If you are so great, then make me a pot that can never break and never leaks water. If you fail to do so, you will be thrown into prison." The potter knew it was impossible to make such a pot, as a clay pot is bound to break someday. But he did not argue with the king. He calmly said, "Very well, Your Majesty, I will try." The potter worked hard for many days. He made a very beautiful and sturdy pot and brought it to the court. The king looked at the pot and said, "Drop it on the ground." The potter obeyed the king's command and dropped the pot on the ground. The pot immediately shattered into pieces. The king laughed loudly and said, "See, didn't I tell you that you are just an ordinary person? Now you will go to prison." Just then the potter said to the king, "Your Majesty, before I go to prison, I have something to say to you." The king gave him permission. The potter said, "Your Majesty, this pot broke because it was made of clay. But can you break your arrogance? This arrogance will break you one day, just as this pot broke." The king was deeply shocked by the potter's words for a moment. He looked around. His ministers and courtiers were also silent because they knew the potter had spoken the truth. The king realized his mistake. He understood that no one becomes great through arrogance. The king apologized to the potter and sent him away with respect. From that day on, the king gave up his arrogance and became a kind and just ruler. This story teaches us that true strength lies not in wealth and arrogance, but in humility, patience, and good behavior. Would you like to read another story?